Hello. It is January 26th at 2 in the morning on a Friday. And today I want to do something that slightly interests me and it's different. And I want to talk about volcanoes that are currently erupting in the United States. Mind you, I am not a professional volcanologist. This is just a hobby of mine and something that I like to keep track with. And I'd like to share some information with you if you're interested as well from a non professional standpoint. I just want to make that clear. I am not a volcanologist, or I have no degree in geology, although I am planning in the future to get one. And I'll probably have that, have you follow along with that as well. So, today, I want to focus on the United States. There are only two volcanoes actively erupting right now in the United States. I don't know if I can zoom in. Uh, yeah, excuse me. There are two volcanoes that are erupting in the United States, and they are on the Alaskan island chain, where the Pacific Plate is subducting underneath the Northern American Plate. And this is here's a good illustration that I have down here below. Is when this is the oceanic crust. Just name it as for the Pacific Plate, essentially where the crust is heading underneath, is going underneath into the mantle, and this is the Northern American Plate. It is staying stationary in our case, or it is moving towards it. These are earthquakes. The purple dots are usually tectonic earthquakes, and these dark purples also earthquakes. Many earthquakes takes place underneath here, and the magma is being created due to friction and heat. There is a misconception that the mantle is already liquid. That is not true. It is actually solid. It's just really dense. And due to friction of when two different crusts are moving is what makes the molt, because that generates enough heat to to develop magma that will eventually reach into the surface due to gases that are trapped inside of it. And that's how we create a multiple chain of volcanoes, especially during the in the Alaskan chain here. There are two volcanoes that are currently erupting right now in the Alaskan chain right now. Right now, I really want to focus on the Great Sitkin volcano. That is right over here. Here is the latest update that has been going on right now. So, as of when I would read this right now, there is a lava dome being is continue being created and right now since December since December of last year, and it's still on a code orange right now. Let's give a better illustration, and I want to go from onto Google Earth. Wait, I'm sorry. Am I went to the wrong one? I was zooming into this one. That's not the right one. I want to zoom into this one right here. I apologize. But here's I want to make a good demonstration. Don't mind. Here's a Google Earth view, and I'm going to want to talk a little bit about the volcano. The volcano of the Great Sitkin volcano is really classified as a stratovolcano, which is more developed by a variety of magmas that could be from andesite to trachytes to trachydacite, or it could be rhyolite or any magma that has a high silica base, meaning there is more crystals in it and has been more developed from more of a crust. Like for example, in like here's an example of low silica is the Hawaiian volcanoes. They erupt a basaltic kind of basaltic eruptions and where the lava is really flowy. It's really flowy, like, as you would see probably a video from the eruption of Kilauea in 2018. Here in this case, we have lava domes that are being built from basaltic andesite, or lists are commonly known as for maybe trachyte or trachytesite. I Excuse me for pronouncing the word wrong, but yeah, it's mainly from andesite magma. I mean, andesite lavas that are reaching from the surface, making lava domes, as you would probably see on top of here. That is what is currently going on right now. And there is multiple caldera complexes as well within this volcano. As you could probably tell based on the ridge right here, I could kind of tell you there was some history of when this volcano has collapsed into the ocean over here and to the north side. And I could also tell there is a collapse scar from at the south side of the volcano. So a caldera is when a magma chamber gets emptied from underneath the volcano, and the weight of the volcano itself collapses underwards. A good example is the Yellowstone caldera, or the Mount St. Helens. The Mount St. Helens eruption of 1980. Although that was more of a flank eruption, but it did leave a caldera. That's what we would call it. It usually causes catastrophic eruptions, but in this case, there is only a magnitude, the lava dome being developed right now. As of so far, it is still staying to be effusive right now. But if it were to stop, there is two chances that could happen here. It could, the pressure of gases could be stuck underneath the lava dome right now. Here's probably some good pictures right now for it. It's just a picture from November 2022, the lava dome being built right here. If this were to stop generating, this could develop gases from underneath the lava dome, and the gases would build up till there was a pressure point and it would explode, releasing a multiple gases, calling a Flinian eruption, where you would most likely see that commonly in multiple cases of stratovolcanoes. Here's another good example of the lava dome that is right now on top of the volcano of... That's not... I was right. Okay, excuse me. On top of the Great Sitkin. I cannot pronounce it. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, as of right now, there is just some basic effusive activity going on, and if it were to stop, it could mean that the eruption has ended, or there is still gases trapped underneath and trying to escape, and that could possibly cause a Flinian style eruption. Luckily, this wouldn't really cause much damage besides maybe some air traffic problems, because because having ash inside of the airplane motors would be really damaging and can really damage a plane or any air transportation. And also, but it wouldn't really be that much damaging to any local areas, because there is really no towns 20 kilometers from this area. And the wind, and I would least likely say it was not very likely for it to cause any damages to anyone's personal property. Again, I hope that you find this information useful in any way in particular. Again, this is just my assessment of the Great Sitkin volcano on January 26th at 2 in the morning. It is just a test video, and excuse me if I'm a little tired, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna see how it goes, and if I like it, and if I don't like it, we'll see. I'll probably upload it anyways. It's good to always have a record of anything. But again, just minor effusive activity going on. Here's a good picture of it. I'll probably use this as a thumbnail. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a good night. You take care, and have a good Friday and a good weekend.